I know.
Welcome, everyone, to this boutcast live from the Hangar in Downsview Park. Special presentation of the Toronto Roller Derby, last regular season bout of 2011. The Derby Nerd here with Mr. Whistler.
Yep, and we're going to be seeing the Death Track Dolls skating out now in white and red, taking on the Chicks Ahoy, who will be shortly to follow in green.
And that's the Death Track Dolls you're seeing right now. Now we are coming at you with a bare bones boatcast once again, and Mr. Whistler and I actually can't hear each other even.
No, I think we can kind of hear each other, but we'll be kind of like looking at each other to see when someone stopped talking, and we might very well be repeating ourselves.
Right. And we will have a text cast tonight brought to you by Titmouse. But again, this is bare bones. She is texting to you right now off of an iPhone. So please cut us all some slack tonight.
Yeah. I understand we may have an issue with the comments on the text cast. They may not be getting through because we're fighting the wonderful signals provided by our various wireless sources.
So just about to announce our Zebra Mafia for tonight.
There's some love for the Zebras. Cranky working the crowd.
So Elvis Refsley. He'll be an outside back, I believe, tonight. That's a strange location for him.
Oh, yeah, he's not normally in that position. It's TF, he'll also be outside back, apparently.
Lose Your Daddy, Nikki Nine Lives will both be our jammer refs for tonight. Ref and Adorable. She'll be outside tonight.
And there's Parc. He'll be inside pack.
And Penny Whistler. I'm sure that you're probably picking up a lot of cranky pants tonight, too.
Yeah, so we might not even need to be telling you who's doing what.
No. We would give you a direct feed right into cranky pants, but we don't want to do that to your ears.
No, we don't want your ears to bleed at home.
All right, just about to announce the teams now. And here are your Death Track Dolls. Currently in third place in the league right now. Co-captain of the team, Betty Bomber.
Yep, number 23.
Dolly Parkson, the other co-captain. And veteran and original doll, Bonky Kong.
Yep.
Demolition Dawn. Not an original doll, but an original torter.
That's right. She's a day winner. Downright and Dirty Dawson.
Jubilee, the second member we've seen from the Dolls who are also on CN Power, one of the All-Stars, Fier and Tord. Monochrome, another veteran of the league, former Bay Street Bruiser.
Oh, I remember the Bruisers.
And a rookie, the first rookie we've been announced for the Dolls tonight, Knight Rider. Third-year blocker, Pantyhoser.
Pantyhoser used to go by the name of Kung Fu Kitty a couple of seasons ago.
Another rookie superstar, Santilli in your face.
Who I understand did not have rugby today.
No, she did not play rugby, one sport today.
She's the Bo Jackson of Toronto Roller Derby. Rebel Rocket making faces at us from the bench.
Yeah, we're right behind the Chicks bench, as you can see.
That's Slamwow waving the flag for the Death Track Dolls.
Speed and knocking.
And rounding out the Dolls, it's Susie Marie with possibly the scariest makeup of anybody on the Dolls team.
Yes. So again, sorry if we're talking over each other. We're probably going to do that a few times.
I think we're going to, and that's what happens when you don't have headsets.
Yes.
So.
Maybe Titmos is getting a shot of Rebel Rocket for you to put on the text cast. All right, and here come the Chicks Ahoy.
Yep.
Now, interestingly enough, this is the third time these guys have met this year. We called, I think, both the bouts at the Beast of the East.
Yeah, we did, yes.
It's hard to remember.
It's all a blur now. But, of course, that Beast of the East, we did see the Death Track Dolls take third place over the Chicks Ahoy, the first time in their history that the Dolls had ever defeated the Chicks Ahoy, right, albeit in an abbreviated bout.
Candy Crossbones.
With her Drunken Monkey intro.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, she calls that the Drunken Monkey.
Drunken Monkey. Nice.
I'm always amazed she doesn't dislocate her shoulders when she does that.
Dinah Hercha having an amazing season, leading the team in plus minus, lead jammer, points for jam, and jammer plus minus.
That's Fearless Georgia, who's having a resurgence after missing some time the past couple of seasons with a leg injury.
Hoff in her debut for 2011.
That's right, yes. It's good to see her back on the floor.
Humdinger being announced. Cookie Dough, standout rookie.
Yeah, I think this season, probably that conversation of Rookie of the Year for Toronto Roller Derby, you've got to have Santilli in your face and Cookie Dough at the top of that list.
Yeah, definitely. And Cookie Dough has played more, so might have the advantage there. Mega Boosh, fan favorite. Nasher the Smasher. Big blocker for Chicks Ahoy and CN Power. And Rebel Rocket. You know, there's a lot of former Bay Street Bruisers in action tonight.
There are. We're having a Bay Street reunion this evening.
Red Light Roxy. And Tess Derbyville, another rookie for the Chicks. Are suiting up a lot of rookies tonight.
Yep. This is the future of Toronto Roller Derby.
Yep. Tara Park working the bench tonight with Flying Brian Kelman for the Chicks Ahoy. And as usual, that is the Big Cheese working the bench with Audrey Helborn, the injured superstar from the Death Track Dolls.
So we're also being assisted tonight on the boutcast by Tropic Thunder. She's doing some work on the wires right now.
She's on duct tape tonight.
Yep. And who do we have on camera?
Irina. She's one of the fresh meats.
Uh-huh.
A very exciting prospect for Toronto Roller Derby.
Yep. She also can't hear you because she also does not have a headset.
No headsets tonight. We're going headsetless.
But she's doing a great job so far on camera. And it looks like we're going to have some members from Toronto Junior Roller Derby to sing the national anthem for tonight.
So that was members of the Toronto Junior Roller Derby team with their rendition of the national anthem tonight.
Yeah, very well done, I thought.
Now, Layer 9, of course, is the brains mastermind behind all of this, and he has got that scoreboard up on the screen for you, so you can thank him. The Death Track Dolls, I know the images are hard to see, are in the red image, and the green and white image are the Chicks Ahoy.
That's right.
So you'll at least be able to see the score, if not anything else.
So this is it's a work in progress. Every time it's a new adventure.
That's right, and we keep adding something every boutcast.
That's right.
By 2012, this will be an amazing boutcast.
Well, by 2012, we're going to be doing this in 3D, I think.
That's right. Titmouse is getting angry at
screaming at the interface she's dealing with for the TextCast.
So for all those TextCast lovers out there, we apologize for the problems. All right, so this is the final regular season, but both of these teams have already assured themselves a spot in the semifinals. They will be playing each other in 2 weeks' time. Yeah, so this is I don't know, do we call this practice? Do we what do we call this? It's the regular season tiebreaker, since these guys right now are 1-1 this season so far. And we've got a very experienced jammer out there for the Chicks, Candy Crossbones, against a rookie. Yeah. Santilli in your face. Santilli in your face wearing 1129. Candy is wearing 2020 in the green. There we've got Clobber pivoting out there against Nasher the Smasher. For the Chicks, Clobber, Sinead Clobber. And looks like the referees did mislead us. T-Ref is going to be jam reffing for the Chicks Ahoy, and Elvis Refsley will be T-reffing. He will be jam reffing for the Death Track Dolls. So ignore that lineup you're seeing. If you're watching through Canuck Derby TV tonight, ignore what that lineup you're seeing. That's right. Mind you, I've been hearing rumors that Elvis Refsley may be changing his name to Bill Murray for next season. Oh, good one. Santilli on the inside now, but Candy takes an outside and has one to beat. Pass Ozer, she's the lead jammer. And Santilli almost made it through at turn 2, but she got knocked out of bounds. Now Santilli's got a wall up front, an intimidating wall of Marmite and Nasher the Smasher, but she is fighting her way through. And finally, through. It's a great effort by Marmite to hold her back. And Candy, 4 and done. 4-0 start for the Chicks Ahoy. Yep. With not quite 1 minute gone in this first half. Dinah Hercha now out there against Slam. Wow. Of course, the Death Track Dolls missing their top jammer and one of the top-rated jammers in the league, Landshark, out of the lineup tonight. That's right. Landshark is okay. She's just out of the country right now. Out of the country. And they're resting her up for the semi-final showdown between. That's right. She will be back in 2 weeks. It's a 4-0 start. Dinah right now is dominating the jammer stats for 2011. She's leading in the jammer quotient ratings. Yep. Right now, if anyone follows that on the derbynerd.com. And Dinah right through the inside, but cutting to the outside now. And her CN-powered teammate Jubilee has got her lined up, but she beats her. Yep. Slam wow. Yep, right behind her. Yeah, about half a lap back is Slam Wow. Slam Wow has had an incredible improvement this year in her jamming, I found. Yeah. Second year for Slam Wow. And here comes Dinah scoring, blowing by Monochrome. Jubilee. 3 points, I think, for Dinah Hercha on that one. Yeah, and 1 for Slam Wow. So the Dolls are on the board. That's a good pickup for Slam on that one. And a nice quick call by Dinah, but just not quick enough. That's right. And Dolly Partsum did a great job to stay ahead on that last lap, so she didn't get lapped. So our score at this point is 7 for the Chicks Ahoy and 1 for the Death Track Dolls. It's nice that we don't actually remember to remind you guys all the time now, because you can actually see it. Yeah, exactly. That's a good advancement in the boutcast technology. That's right. Because I often forgot. Yeah, so you're seeing real time, you're seeing real jam time. Cookie Dough out there now against Santilli in your face with the Dolls. 2 rookies. Yep. Santilli beats her off the start. Oh, and a nice pack by the Chicks. And only Hoser holding her back. Yep. And now Clobber. Low block for Clobber. She's being sent off. Yep. She knew. Yep. I think she knew what she done. But Santilli is the lead jammer. For the Death Track Dolls. And finally through. Yep. Santilli's coming up on a scoring pass. Santilli's already, Humdinger was down. Now on the straightaway, she's through and calls it. Big 4-point pickup for Santilli in your face. And that should make it 7-5.
That was interesting. I'm not saying this is what happened, but it almost looked as if Nasher had thrown Furious Georgia in the path of Santilli, but she still dodged her.
Yeah, that's Nasher, of course, is a member of CN Power. They practice that kind of stuff there. CN Power. They're tossing each other around the track. So 7-5, a tight one. Historically, these guys have had some of the best battles. Now, interestingly, we're seeing Betty Bomber working the pack tonight. Candy Crossbones is your lead jammer. Oh, and Candy Crossbones with a big pickup. Yeah. Good goading by Megaboosh.
Yep.
But SlamWow is fighting her way through. One to beat, Hoff at the front.
Slammy trying to get past the Hoff, and she does, but gets sent for. She's sent off for a cut.
Major cut in the front of the pack. Oh, and Candy Crossbones maybe didn't know that they were on a power jam.
Yep. But it will be a power jam for the Chicks Ahoy and Dinah Hercha. And the Chicks have left in front with an 11-point lead.
16-5 on that, a big pickup for Candy Crossbones. 2 passes. So Chick's gonna break this pack from the start.
Yep.
And to get this started quickly.
And Dinah is dangerous, and she's through on the second turn.
Perfect first pass for the Chicks in this power jam. Exactly what they wanted to do. Bomber now trapped at the back. Oh, and a Dinah Hercha of Jubilee, I think, got the shoulder in on that one.
That's right. So now the Dolls have managed to get all 4 up to the front of the pack.
So a good front pace line here. This is a great power kill. Rebel Rocket looking to peel one off. Clobber is the goat now in the back. And Clobber having some trouble now at the back of the pack. Chick's doing a good job holding that wall. Grand slam for Dinah Hercha.
Yeah, she's already picked up 10 on this one, and the pack is just stopped dead.
Oh, and Dinah straight through. Oh, and Jubilee again with another big jammer takeout, forcing the call finally as SlamWow comes flying out of the box.
Wow.
So great hit by Jubilee again.
Yep. But yeah, 13-point pickup for the Chicks Ahoy.
Wow, they blew this one wide open now, 29-5. Early power jam, giving them a big lead. I wouldn't be surprised to start seeing Betty Bomber out there on the jam line.
I know, I think we'll probably be seeing that maybe even later this half.
So Santilli in your face, Cookie Dough now, the 2 rookies out there.
As we said, with Landshark, obviously the Dolls are going to be mixing it up on the jammer line.
That's right. Santilli trying to get a little physical right off the jam line. And she is through, lead jammer.
Took a stumble, but she's got back up and didn't get reabsorbed by the pack.
Ooh, and a nice hit by Rebel Rocket to help free Cookie Dough. Rebel Rocket with a nice hit on Speed and Hawking there. It's Cookie Dough trying to make up some track here.
Pantyhose trying to keep G-Force back.
Santilli in your face. Nice move on Rebel. And G-Force sent off now. And it looks like they tied on that one, 3-3.
Yeah.
So late call from Santilli allowed Cookie Dough to sneak in and steal a few.
Yep.
And here is Betty Bomber.
Yep. So we did say what happened later this half.
Betty Bomber is a very capable jammer, but she's also so key in the pack that the Dolls like to keep her in there.
Yeah, so we have a somewhat veteran pack for the Dolls right now in Dolly Parton, Jubilee, Monochrome, and second-year skater SlamWow.
One to beat for Candy at the front, Monochrome. Good job by Dolly to knock her down. Big hit by Dolly Parton, but now can Bomber use this? Bomber having a hard time with Marmite at the front of the pack.
Yeah, Marmite's blocking has been really, really strong, even early in this bout.
Amazing. She had an amazing rookie year, and she's having an amazing year this year. Marmite leading the Chicks blockers in plus minus this year, the plus 55 after 2 games.
Wow.
So Candy is through, and Bomber is approaching on her scoring pass with 1 goated Mega Boosh at the back. 1 free point for Bomber, and she calls it.
Yep.
1 and done. So 32-8. This is for these two teams. This is a very considerable lead.
I think so, yeah. It's 22 points. 10 minutes gone. A lot can still happen. A lot's going to be made up.
Yes. Yeah. 22 points is just 1 really good power jam, as we saw earlier.
That's right.
That is the difference so far. That 1 power jam. All right, jam is off. Dinah Hercho on the jam line now against Santilli in your face. Santilli out of play again. I believe she's now ineligible for lead.
Yep. Oh, but it looks like Dinah is being sent off.
And she is angry.
Yeah, she's got to rein that in.
I'm not sure what the call was, but she's not happy with it, whatever it was.
I read her lips, but I'm not going to tell you what they said. Santilli has gone down hard on turn 1. I think she may have landed on her tailbone on the rope line. But she's up.
And they have a power jam. They're looking to isolate 1. And it looks like they've got Rebel now trapped at the back. If they can hold her. She is a wily skater. And she goes right through that wall. So Santilli obviously still hurting. I believe that was a Nasher takeout.
Yeah, she's not. She's certainly not going at full power right now.
No. Oh, and Dawson with a nice shoulder on Nasher the Smasher, but Santilli slow to get up.
Yeah, Nasher is not an easy blocker to take out.
And now the problem with this power jam, of course, is that Santilli is not your lead jammer. So although they're on a power jam, she's having a hard time because she was hurt on that first pass hit from Nasher the Smasher, one of the biggest hitters in the league.
And she is struggling.
And hit hard again now by G-Force, and Nasher again with another big hit.
And Dinah is back on the track.
And there is still 30 seconds left in this.
Dinah's got to catch Santilli.
And she is passing Santilli again. There's no lead jammer in this jam, so we got a front pace wall now. I don't think the Dolls realize that one of their skaters is goated.
No. And I don't know. What do you think? Do you think, like, the way Santilli's been skating out there, do you think she should have just gone down and stayed down?
Stayed down, perhaps, yeah, because now Dinah Herch is racking up the points. Dawson, I believe, getting an out-of-play major heading to the box.
And Santilli is obviously not comfortable.
Dawson in the box.
And Death Trap Dolls are
here by the Dolls now. So 41-10, the Chicks opening up a very big lead on this one. That was somewhat of a disastrous power jam for the Dolls.
No, exactly. So it's obviously not the start that they were going for.
No, not at all.
So they're going to regroup a bit, and at the same time, one of the on-site medics here at the hangar is over chatting with Santilli to see what they can do for her. We should take advantage of this timeout, though, to thank our main sponsor, Rollerbug.com. Out in Bloor West Village here in Toronto at the Cardinal Skate Shop. Rollerbug for all of your skate and skating needs. It's not just squat skates. They also have wonderful gear for skateboarders as well.
Yep.
Looks like Santilli is making her way onto the bench now. She's got an ice pack.
So she is going to be okay.
One advantage, of course, to I guess not going down and staying down and forcing a stoppage in play is that should she get her win back, she doesn't need to miss a few jams.
That's right. So 41-10, your score again, 12 minutes in. One timeout being used for the Dolls to try and calm everyone down and get this back together. Betty Bomber out there jamming. That's Cranky Pants you're hearing, trying to get this crowd pumped up. It is warm in the hangar tonight.
It is, actually. It's not especially warm outside, but... you
get all these bodies in the hangar.
It's a somewhat sunny day, and all the glass up here in the hangar just bakes.
But actually, they say that the track is better. The warmer, the better for this track here. This notoriously slippery track.
Yeah, it sweats.
All right, we are off, and it looks like Betty Bomber's lead jammer.
Cookie Dough is through as well. She's about a quarter lap behind.
But making up track very quickly. Bomber now approaching on her scoring pass.
Bomber's going to try to get through quickly.
He might have picked up 1 or 2 on that one. That's it. Just 1. So good job by Cookie Dough to get caught up there. Limit that damage.
So it's still a 30-point differential. And Kenny Crossbones and Slamwell exchanging pleasantries on the jammer line.
So it's a 4-3 packet advantage still for Chicks Ahoy.
Yep.
Downright Dirty Dawson waiting to rejoin the pack. This is Dawson's first major of the year. Say with confidence. Oh, and a good run, but Rebel Rocket unable to hold Slam and Tess Duberville.
But Slam is not lead jammer. And
she didn't reset behind
Rebel. That's right.
Rebel. So Candy Crossbones is your lead jammer. She's getting physical with Slam.
Getting a great reaction from the crowd here.
Oh, and Slammy takes another penalty. Decides to take the penalties for the points. Oh, and Dawson trying to get physical with Candy, and Candy takes down 2 blockers.
That's right.
She is a very strong jammer. Nasher doing a good job right now at the back of the pack with Slam Wow. Oh, and Nasher levels a big hip into Slam Wow.
A nice move by Pantyhoser on that turn to slow down and delay Candy's return.
This is the best they've done with holding Candy tonight.
Yeah.
And she finally calls it.
Yeah.
1 point for the Dolls. And
3 for the Chicks Ahoy.
So 44-12 is your score. It's amazing watching Candy jam sometimes because she not only absorbs the blows from the blockers, but she often takes them out.
That's right. Yeah, she's got really durable upper body strength, certainly.
All right, Dinah Hercha and Betty Bomber now on the line. Little side note, Dinah Hercha was just longlisted for Team Canada for next year's
Yes, she was. Congratulations to Dinah.
And Dinah Hercha now. Mega Boost went in for a big hit, but missed it. Jubes having a good battle with Dinah. Betty Bomber's your lead jammer.
It's going to be another tight jammer confrontation.
I think Betty Bomber's looking to see if the Dolls are going to peel one back. And she eventually just calls it. Great back work from the Chicks tonight. They just look a little tighter than the Dolls right now.
Yep. Yeah, forcing that call.
Just got note that the Gores are watching online. Hello, Gore Roller Girls.
Good opportunity for the Gores, who of course have advanced directly to the Battle of the Boot this year. And they get not 1 but 2 opportunities to study their potential opposition.
That's right. One of these 2 teams will be playing them in the Battle of the Boot 5.
Yep. I'm sure we're all sitting around right now and taking notes.
That'll be on June 25th, of course, the Toronto Roller Derby Championships. Oh, and a Humdinger with a nice hit on... Oh, maybe it was Rebel Rocket, sorry. The hit on Slam Wow and Cookie Dough.
Yep.
Lead jammer. Nasher and Hoser having a good battle in the pack. Cookie Dough through on her pass, and she's through cleanly.
Slam Out looking for some help from Pantyhoser. This Rebel's giving her all sorts of trouble.
Grand Slam, and here comes now Slam Wow's going to play a little jammer D, but good block. Nasher the Smasher being sent off. Oh, and Slam Wow also being sent off. Slam Wow, I believe, I didn't see the call, but I believe it was a cut, major cut.
Yeah,
it looked like a cut from here.
Yeah, they've been driving her over the line a lot tonight already.
Yes, that's her second major cut. And again, Dolls being goated and not quite realizing it. And Clobber again is caught back at the back. And here comes Cookie Dough on her scoring pass.
Night Rider, Pantyhoser have to let Cookie Dough go.
Night Rider, another rookie for the Dolls. And again, the Dolls out of play, having to go back to catch up to the pack. Oh, and a Clobber being sent off, I believe, for a low block.
Yep. Yeah, she doesn't like that call, and
I made that call.
Yeah.
It was a pretty.
I know.
It was a pretty easy
but
call.
Also heading to the box.
And Cookie Dough heading to the box as well.
The revolving door in the penalty box this evening.
Some confusion in the penalty box right now. All right, so that jam is done. There was a lot of confusion there at the end of that jam.
Yeah. So, yeah, looks like Slammy did get out just in time, so I think they are going to be putting a jammer on the start line. Brady Cardia, who's in the penalty zone, is now conferring with Penny Whistler to get some clarification.
Official timeout being called. Now, 66-12. I'm going to go out on a limb and say this is the biggest lead one of these teams has had over the other in ages.
Yes.
Not ever.
Yeah, and especially when it's only 66 to only 12.
Yeah, they've had some very very close bouts over the time. I do remember the 2008 semifinals. I'm just remember now was somewhat of a blowout.
Yes.
That was the short benched Death Track Dolls that year.
Yeah, and I'd have to go back and watch some of that because I have to tell you, at this point, I have absolutely no recollection of that bout.
No, that was actually, believe it or not, that was the first ever Toronto roller derby bout I came to, the doubleheader semifinal in 2008.
Oh, that's right. I didn't see that one, actually, because I was out of town that weekend.
I just moved here from Montreal.
That's what it was.
And that was a 144 to 26 victory for the Chicks that night. That's the biggest victory the Chicks have ever had over the Dolls.
That also, of course, being the year that the Chicks Ahoy went on to win the boot and the championship that autumn.
This year, so far, these guys met twice at the Beast of the East. In the first round, the Chicks Ahoy took it 40 to 21. The Death Track Dolls getting some measure of revenge in the third place bout, winning 42-31 to take home third place in the Beast of the East. All right, still trying to work through this official timeout. Slam Wow did not get out of the box, is what decided.
Yep.
So she will be the jammer on this power jam.
Clarification for captains here.
That often happens when there are a new bunch of calls at once in the middle of, at the end of a jam. Some confusion on when skaters can come out.
I have to say this might be the first bout that Toronto Roller Derby has hosted this season where all of the referees have been Toronto Roller Derby referees. We have no guest refs from Hamilton or Kitchener as we've often had this season.
And maybe that's probably why this is the first official timeout.
That's right.
So Slam Wow now is on. And she may have, I think she believes she cut the pack coming out of the box. I believe she cut the whole Chicks pack coming out of the box there. There's no jammer on the track right now. Again, some
parking lot is telling her to come out.
She's being called by the ref.
Okay, we're gonna. I predict an official review coming up.
Yes, I think we're gonna have a long official review right now. Two packs going for a skate.
I'm not sure what may have happened there. I'm not sure why.
No, I'm a little confused myself. I think that's one of those 7.4 rules in the rule book. If anyone's got a rule book on, maybe that had something to do with that. First jammer coming back. I know you can start a jam without jammers, but I didn't think you could have no jammers in the middle of a pack. And I believe if there's no jammer, it should be called, right?
Yeah, I thought so as well. Cookie Dough took out left on a doorbell on turn 2, by the way.
Oh, jammer takeout. Have a drink if you're watching at home.
That's right.
Referee takeout by the jammer. That's 2 drinks if a jammer takes out a ref. Mega Boosh way behind the pack, trying to catch up. Cookie Dough finally through.
And it's your lead jammer.
And here comes Slam Wow now. And Slam Wow will definitely...
Penny Hoser's just been sent off. Also not happy with the call.
Cutting major at that.
Yep.
Maybe it was a 4th minor. Oh, and lots of confusion this game.
Yep.
After we were just talking about how good the refs were doing.
And Rebel's come out to get Penny's attention to try to figure out what went down on that last jam.
And if any of the Gores watching know about that the rule set.
And Dirty Nerd is getting out his rule book as we speak. And yes, the official timeout has now been called.
Now, I won't bore you with the recitation of the rules. Now, the longest 2 jammers, if they're... No, but they didn't see it. Okay. If the jam expires with both jammers in the box, the new jam will begin without jammers on the jam line. But I do not believe that should happen in the middle of a jam.
No.
No, that should only happen at the beginning of a jam. Can there be no jammers in the box? So something happened there. Yes.
I can't, from this distance, I can't pick up what the conversation in the penalty area is about, but...
Interesting discussion, I'm sure, will go on about this.
Yep.
All right, so 71-12. We can definitely tell you that's the score.
That is the score, yes.
9:15 left. It's going to be a long official timeout here as they're trying to go over the rules. All right, so some stats updates for you this year. We, of course, this is the last regular season bout for Tord. It's been an extraordinary year for a few jammers, including Dinah Hercha. She is an extraordinary 73% lead percentage, and she's doing very well tonight. And now I happen to know that for a full season, the Tord record for a lead percentage for a season is 78%, set by Mock Wheels, I believe in 2008.
Yes.
Yeah,
she was a big reason why the Chicks Ahoy won that year's boot.
So Dinah Hercha could potentially, if she has a big night tonight, could challenge that record. She's also leading the Chicks, but not the league in scoring, with 92 points and a 3.26 points per jam. It's a very good year for Dinah Hercha.
Well, I think we're definitely going to be seeing some stat updating at the completion of this weekend.
So Lady Gaga is being active on the chat board as we see. So discussing here, trying to figure out what happened in that last jam.
So everybody's got answers. Not sure if they're happy with them yet, but they've accepted them.
So no score adjustment has been made, so 71-12 will be the score that holds up. We'll try and get an explanation for you at halftime. What happened there? But nonetheless, this is a huge lead for the Chicks Ahoy.
That official timeout has now crossed the 3-minute threshold as they're doing some maintenance on turn 1. So have a drink.
Is that it? 3 minutes? Is the have a drink after 3?
I believe so.
Okay.
It was after 5 minutes. People have to buy us drinks.
Right. The refs had to buy us drinks.
That's right.
So the Death Ragdolls, who seem to have really come together at the Beast of the East this year, played phenomenally well, particularly in a victory over Les Contrabanditas, one of the top teams in Montreal. And a little bit of a setback here now for the Dolls. Off to a good start, but things just kind of fell off the rails there about midway through the half.
That's right. Now, we did already, of course, mention, of course, that Landshark's not skating, but Lucid Lou, veteran presence in the pack for the Death Track Dolls, pretty much wrecked her knee in Montreal.
Yes, she's gone for the season and maybe some of next as well.
Yeah, she's going to be, unfortunately, gone for a long time. She's here, lending her support.
Betty Bomber's your lead jammer. Jubilee taken out there by Candy Crossbones. Her CN Power teammate, Jubes, was yelling for a penalty, imploring the refs to call one. They didn't. Good pace line by the Chicks, though, keeping their points way up front. Bomber on her own. And she's forced to call it.
Yep.
So good defense by the Chicks Ahoy to keep that pack moving, keep their points safe.
Yeah, it really accelerated.
8.5 minutes left, 71-12. 59-point lead. I don't think anyone saw this one coming, especially after 2 tight bouts at the Beast of the East. Santilli in your face back out there in the jam line.
Yeah, so hope to see her back at full tilt. She's got that interesting starting stance where she's practically on her hands.
Almost. And Dinah Hercha, number 21. Santilli, a little bit of a jump off the start.
Yep.
They're both entering the pack together, though. One inside, Dinah outside, and she is your lead jammer. Mega Boosh doing a good job holding Santilli in your face. Santilli now trying to leap the apex around Hoff. And Dinah Hercha already scoring. She's got
Bonky Kong holding the line.
Bonky and Dawson holding her as long as they can, but she is through the Grand Slam. Bench telling her to keep going because Santilli in your face is having a hard time in that back. Oh, and over her own player. Bonky Kong down. Dinah through again for a second pass. Pantyhose are trying to hold her back. And Mega Boosh again having her way with the rookie.
Yep.
Mega and Hoff.
It's a formidable combination at the back of that pack.
Finally, Santilli sees her hole and gets through. But Dinah deciding to get a little physical with her. 81-12 now is the lead, and she's going to try and eat her. They're going to try and pull her back. Marmuddy there waiting for the rookie.
Dinah calls it, and Santilli's still not looking like she's at full power, though.
No, not looking 100% at all for Santilli in your face. All right, 81-12 now, 6:15 left.
We have full complement on the track for this one.
Rebel Rocket trying to very sneakily get a penalty at a Demolition Dawn there.
She's sneaky that way.
Jubes just pushed Dawn back in time.
Bomber coming in on the inside. Can she get past Rebel Rocket?
And Cookie Dough, though, takes the outside. Rebel held her up just long enough.
The Chicks are very strong at holding that inside line and sending their own jammers out on the outside.
And Rebel Rocket doing great. Speaking of long listed for Team Canada, Rebel Rocket also long listed for Team Canada.
Yep.
And finally, Betty Bomber is through. But Cookie Dough already on her scoring pass. May try to catch her for another.
I think so, yeah. Oh.
And she's going to call that one. We're going to wait for the final count on that one. 86-12. Looks like the score.
It looks like 2 refs showing 5 for the Chicks Ahoy.
He did confer with his head ref, and they're going to maybe it was a hip pass before got through the pack. That might have been what they were talking about. And we're having an official timeout being called. Parking lot calling in. So 86-12 is your score. 4:33 left. Dolls are going to have a big conversation at halftime about what they can do here in the second half.
Yep. Yeah, 74 points is not how you want to. Yeah, it's not how you want to start your first half.
This is, I think, the lowest half output. If it won't remain this way, but since that semifinal loss in 2008 for the Death Rack Dolls. These guys met last year in the playoffs also, and that was a 119-83 victory for the Chicks Ahoy, and they had another classic regular season matchup, the 121-109 victory.
Yeah, and it's
much closer than it seemed because it was a power jam on the last jam for the Chicks. So.
And that's the kind of event that I was expecting to see this evening too.
Toronto Roller Derby rules.
Mia Culper, she's kind of a big deal.
She's kind of a big deal. Boutcast bomb from Mia Culprit.
She was actually on the other side of the arena when she just screamed that, by the way, because her voice so scary.
She's got a loud voice. All right, 4.5 minutes left, so they're still talking here, this ref crew.
If this keeps up, I might have a bathroom break. I don't know.
1:30 is the time of this official timeout. You can actually see that on your screen. Chicks bench looks very calm. Tara Park and Flying Brian running the bench.
The Dolls bench looking fairly relaxed as well, I have to say. I don't think they're going to take this too hard going into halftime. Obviously, they need to regroup.
They had a very good start to the half, and things just haven't been going well for the Dolls right now. So I believe this will be our last boutcast of the Tord season.
That's right.
We will be back for the Clam Slam on June 30th. Of course, a Tord/Pride event.
Yeah, featuring, are we still going with the Clam Diggers and Regime?
Regime Canada, yes. Yep. But there will be skaters from all over North America here for that bout. All right, we are underway. Slam Wow, slight lead. Hoser doing a good job holding Candy Crossbones. But Mega Boosh, once again, dragging Slam Wow back.
I don't know if we have a prize for goading, but Mega's in the running for that one.
And Hoser following her jammer back to look for some. Ballerina doing a great job. Ballerina really exploded the gates for.
Big hit by Marmite on Slam Wow, and yeah, she's being sent off for that one.
Looks like a low block call. The ref's back was to me, but I thought he made that.
No, that's what I saw too.
Slam, another Dolls jammer now down and being pounded by this Chicks Ahoy pack. Yeah, Ballerina had an amazing Beast of the East.
Yes.
Really a real breakout for her. Hoser and Dawson now trying to create a pace line here at this pack.
This is Slammy's third trip to the box, I think.
Third major cutting minor for Slam Wow.
The smile on her face kind of tells me that it might have been worth it.
So good pace line right now. Speed and Hawken getting peeled back by Ballerina. And Roxy doing a good job of making sure that Speedon couldn't just take a minor. She would have taken a major if she'd come in front of her.
Penny Hoser, big hit on Candy Crossbones.
Hoser, pretty famous jammer killer with a big kill on that one.
Yeah, Hoser packs a lot into that frame.
Penny Hoser, a big hitter for the Dolls. Now Speedon goaded at the back, and this is not good, but she manages to get Candy out. So that'll kill some time. And that will do it for the jam. So good defense there by the Dolls to limit the damage on that power jam. Good job by Speedon, a last-minute hit on Candy to save that.
And Candy Crossbones getting into Will Chamberlain territory this evening, I think. As the Chicks Ahoy have hit triple digits already.
100 points in the first half. They haven't done this since last year against the Smoke City Betties. So Donna Hirsch on the power jam now. Dolls trying to get that front pace line. Sinead Clobber, though, has been goated. They've had her number all night.
Yep.
This Chicks power. Oh, and a nice move by Clobber. Now they've got to set that pace line.
Yeah. Hoser skating out there again, just missed a takeout on Dinah. Let Dinah go through.
Line here by the Dolls, a very experienced pack. Hoser, Bomber, Jubilee, and Clobber. And Dinah Hercha now through.
Oh.
Back in the pack.
Oh, you know, Nashua had gone out of bounds herself, so it wasn't a cut.
And Humdinger and Hoser at the big collision at the back. Slamming through. Another grand slam for Dinah Hercha.
Yeah.
But Slam Wow now doing her best. Dinah at least forcing the call on Dinah Hercha there.
Yeah.
It's 111-12, almost 100-point difference between these two rivals.
I think what you say is we might start keeping our own score and just see how it compares to the final results. We're not saying anything. We're just wondering.
Jubilee now jamming her first jam of the bout. She's had a few jams this season, but not as much as she did back in the day.
Yep.
07, she jammed a lot for the Death Track Dolls. Cookie Dough, the rookie, for the Chicks. Now Jubilee, she is, of course, a very physical blocker. Trying to get Cookie at the front. She's got Chrome. Dolly, and Jubilee is your lead jammer.
That gets the crowd livened up.
But Cookie Dough is making up a lot of track time very quickly here.
And we are in the final jam of the first half now.
Yes, time has expired, as you can see, 125 left in this jam. And Jubilee goes right into that hit from Marmighty. Oh, and a good job by...
Oh, big takeout. Jubilee calls it from the floor.
Only able to get one. But calls it just in time.
Yep. I think that was Mega was responsible for taking her out.
So it looks like 111-13 will be your score at halftime.
111-13.
Wow, this is a shocker, I've got to say. Shocker in the hangar.
Yep.
And this is going to give the Chicks Ahoy a lot of confidence moving forward. All right, well, we are going to call it for now.
Yeah, I think we're going to take a bit of a break. Again, before we take that break, let's once again thank rollerbug.com
We've not been thanking them enough.
for sponsoring us here. And also, if you're watching on Canuck Derby TV, you'll see a little donate button. Please clicky on that donate button and help us get better at this, help us get more equipment, and bring more roller derby to you at home.
All right. Derby Nerd and Mr. Whistler will be back in 15.
We're not quite underway yet, folks. I think we still have draws to do. We still have to get Cranky back out of the parking lot. So sit tight.
Go Toronto Roller Derby. Hi everybody watching, it's me, a culprit. I love that we can boutcast. Amazing.
So a bunch of Gores watching.
Hi Gores. I heard that you're all watching. I hope you're having fun.
Get off the mic, Mia. Get off the mic.
They're ripping the mic from my hands. I really don't want them to take it.
You're not on the list. Get off the mic.
I'm on the list. I made the goddamn list.
She's still not on the list. Yeah.
So, I talked to yeah. It was the 7.4. Yeah. I was not in the right spot. I just. And mine can be this is where I was confused. It's because it says it's the first jam has been the second penalty, and it's just like that very good. Or the previous jam. Right.
So now we're going to have some draws. All you folks at home, pull out your raffle tickets. What, you didn't get raffle tickets? The kids have been walking around all night with their shiny buckets. I believe tonight they were actually raising money in the 50-50 for CN Power, who's going to be getting ready for their travel season. Oh, look, what do you know? Mia Culprit's going to be giving out some tickets. She's insinuating herself into everything this evening. Anyone with a microphone, watch out. Mia is going to be on your case. Seeing a lot of... oh, they're giving out tickets to the semifinal. Looking for screamers. And yeah, we are seeing a lot of fans in attendance with not just with the colored gear that people have been hanging out, but their own gear. Those of you who know our friend Gorgo guy Tim, his brother Dave, who's Death Track Dave, is wearing the most frightening clown outfit I've ever seen this evening. He's sitting over on the other side of the whiteboard. Maybe I can try to corral him and get him to walk past the camera later on so you can see what I'm talking about. I just noticed Pantyhoser has an Elsinore Brewery sticker on her helmet, which is awesome. Take off, Hoser.
Yeah, they can do it. Well, I don't think they beat this team a month ago. Well, I mean,
And we're still in draw hell right now. Oh, this one was the candy count by Toronto Junior Roller Derby. We have a winner. Winner, candy dinner. Yeah, have we had any ejections yet this season? I don't think we have. Yeah, that was a CM Power bout, yes. Mega did get ejected. Yes. Four, 988. If that is your number, we have a winner. Yeah, the Cheese was just leading the dolls in their cheer and set them off with a rousing winner, Game 2 of Beast, which is, of course, when the Death Track Dolls did defeat the Chicks Ahoy to take third at the BCD's tournament. Great showing by Toronto Roller Derby at Beast this year. Landing teams in the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place spots. The Go-Go Roller Girls, Death Track Dolls, and Chicks Ahoy, respectively. Tournament won by the Rideau Valley Slaughter Daughters from Ottawa. And looks like we're about ready to get going again, get everybody back on the track.
And
welcome back, Derby Nerd.
So it was a 7.4.1. I've already talked about that in the first half. And the confusion for me was in the fact that Slam's penalty was carried over from the previous.
That's right.
All right, so a little bit of an update here. Slam Wow sitting on 4 majors. Is the only one right now in any sort of trouble about getting ejected.
Yeah, Jubilee doing some poodling. Take her 4th minor. Get it out of the way.
Cookie Dough and Bomber starting off here. Neck and neck, but there's a big wall of green at the front of that pack. And that is forcing Betty Bomber to relook at things. She's got Rebel Rocket to beat. Furious Georgia being sent off. And Bomber with 1 to beat, 2 to beat, and she's through. But Cookie Dough already scoring. Oh, and just snuck by Dolly on that turn.
Dolly was looking for her over her right shoulder, but she was on her left.
So another grand slam, 4 points to kick things off for Chicks Ahoy. Santilli in your face, the rookie who took a serious beating that first half, is back out there. And Candy Crossbones jamming for the Chicks. Pantyhoser out there with Sinead Clobber and Speed and Hawking for the Dolls, Marmite, Ballerina, and Mega Boosh for the Chicks. 1 each in the box. Both jammers neck and neck. Nice push by Marmite, allowing Candy Crossbones take lead.
Santilli looking for some help from her blockers.
And now they got to watch. And Santilli finally through. Marmite, amazing work one-on-one.
Yeah, that no back call was a little on the slow side, but
Candy Crossbones through, and she's going to call it.
Yep.
Now I'm just noticing that Pantyhoser came out and she was pointing to the penalty box when she came to the penalty board, and she served, of course, a penalty in that first half, but she only has 3 minors and no majors, and that was, I think, why she was so upset when she was sent to the box.
Yeah.
Minor penalty. Interesting. All right, and now slight packet advantage for the Dolls, 4-3. There's Georgia in the box.
That's right, and Slam Wow is ready set for 4 penalties.
Yes, 4 majors. Dinah Hercha, Betty Bomber, 2 members of CN Power jamming. And here comes Georgia, Furious Georgia.
Slow start for Dinah and Bomber, each waiting for someone to make a move.
And Furious Georgia skating around the outside of the pack to come back in, trying to build up some speed. And a great jammer race. Dinah just getting lead, but Betty Bomber right beside her and neck. And we're going to see a little cat and mouse here. Dinah's going to try and lure a mistake out of Betty Bomber.
This is a very strong point for Dinah. She's got eyes in the back of her head, side of her head. She always knows who the other jammer is.
And both these jammers also don't mind mixing it up physically. They're both very fine blockers as well. Oh, so finally a goat now for the Dolls, and this might force Dinah to call it. And she does, and does Bomber get a point out of that? And she does not.
But Dinah does pick up 2 points.
2 points for Dinah, none for Betty Bomber. So 121-13. Chicks holding on right now at the start of this half. Santilli in your face out there against Cookie Dough.
And Santilli does look as if she's recovered somewhat from her fall in the first half. She's looking more like herself.
And Cookie Dough flying through the outside.
Makes it look so easy.
And Megaboosh once again doing a great job goading the Dolls jammer. Santilli in your face now going to look to play some defense. And managing to, it actually helps her getting through. She's going to follow that line. So Santilli following Cookie Dough out of the pack.
Oh, and she's throwing a couple of hits at her too.
So Cookie Dough calls it, but not after she picked up her 5.
And it's Mega Boosh for the Chicks Ahoy is now taking her first seat in the box.
All right, Candy Crossbones now against Betty Bomber out there. Four-3 pack advantage for the Dolls. Doesn't seem to help them. Nice little push there from the jammer, Betty Bomber, making her own block. She is your lead jammer. Candy Crossbones out quickly though, on her tail. And the Dolls trying to peel Rebel back.
Whoa, yeah.
And Betty Bomber's going to call it with 1 point for Bomber on that one.
And they start clawing back.
No point for Bomber on that one.
Yeah, I saw the finger go up.
That was for the Chicks Ahoy, picked up one there. Santilli in your face now. Oh, evades a hit from Dinah Hercher right off the jam line. Oh, and downright Dirty Dawson and Dinah Hercher. The big collision at the back, and that didn't quite buy enough time for Santilli to get lead. But a good job by Clobber now. Oh, and a
great job by Clobber.
Almighty. She is having her way with these Dolls jammers tonight. Oh, and Dinah Hercher in the box. Power jam for the Death Track Dolls. They have not been using their power jams very well tonight, though. So let's see if they can remedy that on this one. They've got at least one goat now. They've got Humdinger back there.
Yep.
Santilli waiting for the other play, and she's through. Grand slam for the Death Track Dolls. Hosey in the box. Fourth minor. So 2 blockers, and this is going to be hard. Dawson out there doing her best, alone in the pack against the Chicks. And she does goat 1 blocker back. So good job by Dawson. Now can the 2 of them hold her, though? That's the question.
But Clobber is already doing a fantastic job in this second half. She's been revitalized.
Nailed by Marmite.
Santilli taking all sorts of abuse tonight. Marmite getting sent off for that one.
Being called for a forearm on that one. Dinah Hercha released. Santilli in your face now, perhaps not seeing that. And here comes Dinah, and she calls it.
Yep.
She does pick up another Grand Slam, though, on that one for the Dolls, so a little bit of a pushback here. .127.18.
Yeah, there it goes. I was waiting for that second Grand Slam to show up.
23, yes. All right, Betty Bomber now out there against Cookie Dough, and they're neck and neck, and Bomber's through. But Cookie Dough only a quarter track back. Bomber, though, trying to keep her distance. Dolls trying to slow this pack down.
The Chicks trying to get to the front of that pack.
Great job by the Chicks to get up there. And Bomber trying to speed her way through, taking a look back. And she calls it. And a nice job by Betty Bomber. Try to cut into this lead a bit.
Bomber picking up 4 points on that one, I think.
It's a 128-27, so the score still remains the same. Still 100 points difference now. Jubilee, though, jamming again for the Dolls. So the Dolls electing to go with more of a physical jammer lineup in the second half.
And so far it seems to be paying off.
Their jammers were getting knocked around pretty bad in that first half. Chicks are a very physical team. So 4-2 pack advantage for the Dolls. Hopefully they can take advantage of this one. And again, physical off the start, but Jubilee is through, and she is your lead jammer. But she's got to watch herself because Candy Crossbones is reeling her in.
And there's one thing that Candy has, it's endurance.
It's endurance, and Candy is catching up to Jubilee. Jubilee seeing that, decides to get physical, and finally calls it.
Yep.
It's a great jammer defense by Candy Crossbones, who's having a very good bout. But Jube's having a good night so far jamming.
Yep, calls it defensively, so no points on that jam. Got 10 minutes gone in this second half.
So far the Chicks having some penalty troubles in the second half. 4-3 pack advantage again.
And we're seeing Ballerina jamming for the Chicks Ahoy. I think this is her first time on the jammer line tonight.
That is, yeah. Ballerina, the rookie, with Betty Bomber, the veteran. And Ballerina, though, has a good read on that line. Betty Bomber, oh no! Ballerina's your lead jammer. But Betty Bomber is ahead of her, so it could force a call here. I'm not sure, does Ballerina know she is the lead jammer? I'm not even sure. She just took a look.
Yeah.
So I think she knows.
Yep.
Just kind of judge it. And she's asking for another chance.
Yep.
She does. So no points picked up on that one for either, but a good job by Betty Bomber to stay ahead of Ballerina and force that call. And Jubilee right back out there with Cookie Dough from the Chicks Ahoy. Mega Boosh pivoting now out there against Sinead O'Clobber. Entering the pack around and Jubilee very quickly. Marmite to beat, and she is your lead jammer.
Yep.
And now does she have enough of a lead to hold on? Hoser and the Dolls doing a good job on Mega Boosh now to give at least 1 point for their jammer. Oh, and a nice move by Jube. Oh, it gets nailed by Dinah Hercha.
But she calls it from the floor. Not in time, though, as Cookie Dough does pick up a point.
Big hit from Dinah Hercher, who's back in the pack, doing double duty tonight.
Yep.
Penalty boxes are cleared, 4-4 in the pack. Bomber out there for the Dolls, Candy Crossbones, Chicks Ahoy. Interestingly, both these guys hovering around 50% for lead percentage on the season. But it looks like Candy has the lead early on right now. And a big whip from Nasher. Will Auer be to be lead jammer? Oh, but Bomber.
Big hit by Betty Bomber on Candy Crossbones.
Forces that call.
And that was another really close lead jammer call.
It was very close.
It's like neck and neck tonight.
So 4 minutes in, and the Dolls have at least come back and are even here, 100 points. No change in this one from halftime. Santilli in your face, Ballerina. 2 more rookies. A lot of rookies on both these teams, and both dressed in the lineup tonight. Oh, and Santilli with a big hit on Ballerina.
Oh!
Dinah Hercher, though. Neither jammer able to get through these packs.
Wow.
Dinah Hercher finally clearing out the Dolls pack, but not before Bonky Kong was able to knock down Ballerina. Oh, and Hoser having her way with Ballerina at the back of the pack right now.
All sorts of impacts
Lead
right now.
jammer's been given to Santilli in your face. Mega Boost being sent off. So Santilli is your lead jammer. But Ballerina is, I believe, about to come in on her scoring pass. So Santilli. And her bench is yelling for her to call it, but she doesn't know she's the lead jammer. Santilli does not know that she is your lead jammer, I do not believe.
No, it's, you got to look up for that arm.
Oh, and she just got nailed by Marmite. And she's not getting up from that one.
And she's down. That one hurt. If we had replays, which we don't, we could have seen exactly where that landed. But
I had a good eye on that one.
Yeah.
Marmite just creamed her, and it was a good clean hit right to the ribs. It looked like.
Yeah.
But Santilli in your face, unfortunately, didn't know she was lead jammer, and could have called that about a lap or two earlier. But she is a rookie.
And she's getting back up.
She's just having a hard time. So Dolls back out. So big pickup there for Ballerina.
Yeah, and straight up, yeah, you can hear.
Chicks Ahoy calling a timeout now. Their first time out of the bout.
And yeah, I could hear Santilli on the bench saying that, yeah, she didn't know. She had no idea that she was lead.
Got to look at your jammer refs. I know that is something that I know some of the teams work on. CN Power actually has drills specifically designed to make people watch and pay attention to the ref.
Yep.
Right or wrongs, the refs are calling this game, and you've got to be aware of what they're saying at all times.
Of course. Now Audrey Helborn, who's with Cheese on the bench tonight for Death Trap Dolls, is telling Santilli, don't worry about it, just pick it up and we'll go out again next time.
But both of these jammer races have been really close tonight, and so they both came through at the same time at the front of the pack. So it's hard to see there. You are now taking a look at the Dolls bench. One positive for the Dolls is that they'll get a chance to do this all over again in 2 weeks' time. Yep. And they'll get a chance at revenge.
And I think we're going to see a very different Death Track Dolls in that bout.
Yes, I think so. Going to make some adjustments. 2 in the box for the Chicks. 4-2 pack advantage for the Dolls. 134-29, the score halfway through the second half. Oh, and Nasher the Smasher with a nice hit on Betty Bomber on the first turn. Front wall of white holding Cookie Dough back. Bomber now seeing the outside, and she takes it.
Bomber yelling at her teammates on that one to get out of my way.
Cookie Dough, though, right on her tail. Cookie Dough just looking stronger with every bout. Having a phenomenal breakout season. Do you think that she is solidified Rookie of the Year with her performance tonight?
It's I'd be hard pressed not to.
A couple other rookies having big seasons. Misery May for the Smoke City Betties. Bruceberry Pie, now does she count as a rookie?
Well, she's a Tord rookie.
She's a Tord rookie, but she's quite experienced in flat track roller derby. Her first year at Tord. Maybe it's the Sergei Makarov rule, right? Do you remember when he won Rookie of the Year?
Oh, that's right.
One of the leading scoring Russians of
yeah.
all time.
Yeah, Wayne Gretzky wasn't eligible for NHL Rookie of the Year, having played in the WHM.
The WHM, yeah. But playing in the Russian league didn't count back in those days.
No, that's right. Well, it's because they considered that it wasn't professional, even though we all know that if you're in the Army, you were getting paid to play hockey. That's another debate.
Oh, and Jubilee now able to sneak through. Nice job. Oh! Dinah Hercha with a big hit, just as Jubilee was about to get through that pack. Both jammers having a hard time here. Candy Crossbones is your lead. But the Marmite has been a one-woman wrecking crew. Oh, and this could be a back block major for Jubilee.
Yeah.
Back block major for Jubilee on that one. Yep. I think she's saying that Dinah Hercha might have played that one up a bit.
Yeah.
It is interesting that Dinah went down on that. But big hit by those two big players.
But it's all about perception. And
Speed Hawk and Goated. Here comes Candy on the outside.
Great move by Marmite, just taking Hoser out of the way.
Hoser going back now to help her goated player, perhaps do a little, and a nice job by Speeden, who unfortunately went down, so Candy was able to re-enter. And a great back wall by the Chicks right now. Gritty play from Chicks Ahoy on this one. Doll's got to let her go. Dead pack, it's hard when the jammer comes through with all that momentum for the blockers to do anything to her when they're flat-footed like they are.
And the Dolls are able to
do it. Time runs out.
Spread the pack out, but just as it gets called.
So the crowd, which had been energized, it's a very pro-Dolls crowd tonight, and they had been energized. They're now falling out of it as Chicks Ahoy retake the momentum.
And I think as is sometimes the case when you have what might be perceived as a bit of a blowout, it's also definitely, this crowd is always on the side of the underdog.
Yes, yeah. 151-29, 10 minutes left.
I certainly wouldn't have foreseen either of these teams being an underdog going into this bout, but things have changed.
Oh, and Monochrome trying, but Rebel Rocket holding Bomber long enough to allow Ballerina through. She's not lead jammer. So Bomber can still get control of this jam, if only she can get through. But Rebel Rocket doing a great job. Bonky trying to peel her off. Cannot.
Rebel and Tess and Nasher and Georgia making a serious wall up at the front.
Grand slam, Ballerina. Bomber now electing to play a little defense.
Yep, waiting for Ballerina.
Telling her points pack to get their points out of the way. And Bomber finally able to knock her down. I don't think, does she know she's not lead, that she could still be lead? Because she could end this jam. So now she's going to try and fight her way through, and she is your lead jammer and calls it.
Calls it immediately, yes.
So great job by Bomber. Unfortunately not before Ballerina was able to pick up 3.
And we're right behind the Dolls bench right now, and yeah, you can definitely see the frustration on Bomber that she had to call that one and wasn't able to pick up any points on it. As much as it's often the right thing to do, it's got to hurt to not be able to pick up any points up whatsoever.
Jubilee and Cookie Dough now jamming. Jubilee right off the line, trying to Cookie Dough. Marmite again. Marmite, we're saying her name a lot tonight. She's having a brilliant bout. And Jubilee in the penalty box again.
It's another power jam for Cookie Dough.
And Cookie Dough is going to take that easy. Oh, Speedin doing a good job of pulling her out. I believe an insubordination call was just called in Speedin, and she didn't go off the track.
Yeah, it was.
I'm not sure what was that happened there.
Knight Rider taken out by Mega Boosh.
The rookie.
The chicks are
being
going to try to goad her.
And a dead pack right now for the chicks. Oh, and a nice move by Cookie to try and get by Hoser, but Hoser once again. Speedin being called, the crowd silent now. Jubilee back on the track now, trying to weave her way through the chicks back. Marmite though, once again, holding her. A nice little hammer and nail with Dinah and Hercha.
Yeah, big hit by Dinah.
The hammer.
I thought I have to say that a lot. Big hit by Dinah. Big hit by Dinah. We should record that and hit a button.
Big hit by Marmite, big hit by Dinah.
Yep.
Death Track Dolls looking to call a timeout. Timeout called by Captain Betty Bomber. 176-29, 6 minutes remaining. I think just going to try and calm this bench down. So again, regardless of the outcome tonight, these two teams will be meeting again, continuing this historic rivalry. They will be meeting again on June 11th here at the Hangar, Downsview Park, for our first semifinal.
I believe tickets are on sale at this point, are they not?
I'm not sure. If they're not on sale now, they will be on sale very soon. They went on sale this morning.
There we go. Titmouse with the answer.
Confirming from our web mistress, Titmouse.
Remember, you can buy advance tickets online at TorontoRollerDerby.com. You can also view a list of ticket outlets on the website.
Hoser being called for, that will be her fourth minor. Oh, I see that they actually adjusted. They did give Hoser a major.
Yep.
So they did some penalty adjusting. And now she's getting her third minor. So just waiting for this timeout to get figured out. About to get underway again.
So we got about 6.5 minutes left. Is that booing? Are we hearing booing?
Candy Crossbones and Betty Bomber now jamming. Candy Crossbones is your lead jammer.
Chicks Ahoy are not taking their foot off the pedal whatsoever.
Not at all, but Betty Bomber here. Candy Crossbones is very good at killing a clock. We see her do this quite a bit late in bouts when they have a big lead. She's going to just try and kill some time off this. Betty Bomber looking. She looked over the penalty box, saw that her blocker was about to get back on the track.
Yep.
And now decides to make her move.
Nope, not quite.
And finally, Candy forced to call it.
Yeah. Well, it's constructive for the chicks, certainly, killing a good minute off the clock.
5.5 left, 176.29. Now, I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I'm pretty sure that Death Track Dolls have never given up 200 points in a bout. And I'm sure they don't want to start that
tonight. Probably go back to the very early days.
This actually is on track to be the biggest victory ever for the chicks over the dolls. All right, Santilli in your face now, back out there, and she's got a line.
Just has to beat Mega.
Mega Boost to beat. And Marmite doing a good job again, pushing those blockers into one another. Diana Hirsch is your lead jammer. Mega Boost, as she has all night. As she has all night, has been having her way with Santilli in your face, the rookie jammer for the Death Track Dolls. Pack work seems to me to be the total difference in this one.
Yep.
They are having their way, Chicks Ahoy, with these dolls packs. Dawson going down hard. On that one, a big collision with Mega Boost, taking out Dawson and her own player.
Yeah, for a second there, it looked like she was going to take G-Force's shirt off, like, and that she had a real good hold of it. Now we're seeing Humdinger jamming for the Chicks
jam of the night against Betty Bomber.
Chicks Ahoy looking very confident, very poised.
It's a 4-4 pack right now, no penalties. There is a discussion going on, an official timeout. Not sure what is under discussion right now. We need a runner. At QCC, yes. we were spoiled. Quad City Chaos having a runner.
Yeah, for those of you who don't recall the hashtags.
Looks like Dawson suffered a minor injury on that one, and Mia culprit, bringing the ice to the bench. Good job, Mia. All right, official timeout is done. About to get underway here. Betty Bomber jamming for the Death Track Dolls against Humdinger in her first jamming action of the season for the Chicks. I'm not sure if this is the first jam of her career. It could be, but certainly of the season. Dolly Parton taking her out, holding her at the back, allowing Betty Bomber to take lead jammer. And Monochrome doing a good job at the front, knocking Humdinger out, sending her all the way to the back. But Humdinger now taking the outside. One to beat at the front with the nice Furious Georgia looking to help her. Bomber on her scoring pass, though, is in the back right now, but has a big wall of green at the front, a good pace line. And Rebel Rocket slowing her up. They've got to let her go, as there was a coated skater cookie dough at the back. Bomber calls it. Grand Slam for Betty Bomber on that one. 178-34 now is the score.
Yep. And Monochrome making her first visit to the penalty box, picking up her 4th minor. And now we're going to see another new jammer for the Chicks Ahoy in Marmite. Going up against
Marmite actually in her rookie
Jubilee.
year jammed quite a bit, but has not jammed this year,
No.
at all. So first jamming of 2011 for Marmite, and Jubilee looking to get physical. To her detriment, Marmite lead jammer.
Yeah, and she's got wheels.
And there are boos now raining down from the Dolls fans.
Yes.
Every time the Chicks get lead jammer at Marmite, flying. Marmite could very easily be a triple threat, but I think the fact that she is so dominant in the pack this year that they just haven't used her in any other role. She's been a formidable jammer killer all season. So we are nearing the end of this one. It's under 2 minutes left. Jam clock and game clock about the same, 10 minutes difference. Now, I don't know if Marmite's going to run this one out, but this could end the game. Right now, Jubilee is yet to get through. And finally, she is through. Oh, I spoke too soon.
Whoa,
Candy Crossbones, who was into the pack. And Marmite through with another grand slam.
You don't see Candy in the pack too often.
193.34, and she calls it. We will get one more jam out of this one.
And I think we can tell that the Chicks are really gunning for 200.
They are looking for 200 points. Ballerina now out there against Petty Bomber. 41 seconds. It looks like this one's going to be the last jam of the bout. So 193.34. Chicks looking for 200 points. This is already the biggest victory in their history over the Dolls. And they're off. Final jam of the bout. 15 seconds left in the game clock.
Yep.
Bomber now being recycled. And Bomber is your lead jammer. So if this all plays well, the Dolls will at the very least hold them from getting 200. There is a big point. Roxy, Red Light Roxy at the back of the pack now for the Chicks.
Yep. Questioning
Bomber
Parc all the way around the
one
rink too.
Looks like 1-1 it's going to be on that one for the final jam, and that's it. 194.35.
And a very decisive victory for the Chicks Ahoy.
And a slight improvement in the second half for the Dolls there.
Yeah, they had a much stronger start to that second half.
That second half scoring was 83 to 22.
Yep.
So much closer end to that one, and the Chicks Ahoy are going to take their victory lap right now. So there are our teams. So that is it. Officially, to end the Tour 2011 regular season, the Chicks Ahoy will take second overall in the standings, pushing the Dolls to third.
But as we've already established, they're still going to be playing again 2 weeks from now here at the Hangar, Saturday, June 11th. My God, we're into June already.
Tickets on sale right now. Get them now. It is going to be a big one. Mr. Whistler and I will be there, not here for Tour TV. We will be part of the Rogers TV crew.
Yep.
But that game will be brought to you on Rogers TV.
Yep.
Check your local listings.
Yep. I haven't heard yet what the if it's going to be broadcast live to air or if it's recorded for a later airing.
I haven't heard yet either. Probably before the championships air.
Oh yes.
All right. Well, we're going to try and bring you some live post-bout interviews.
Good.
So stick around here.
And remember, our next appearance for Tour TV here is going to be at the Clam Slam.
That's right.
Which will be a Thursday. That'll be Thursday, June 30th, up here at the Hangar.
All right, and I'm going to give, actually, we're going to give that mic over to Miss Kitty Lepeur. This is Derby Nerd here and Mr. Whistler.
Mr. Whistler handing off to Kitty.
So Kitty Lepeur is going to take this one for a live interview from Mr. Whistler and Titmouse on the TextCast Layer 9. Thanks and have a good night.
Thanks to the Derby Nerd and to Mr. Wenser. It's Miss Kitty Lepeur here. Trackside post bout with Ballerina. Ballerina, how was that?
It was really good. It was too bad that they didn't have all their players here. It would have been good, but we get to do it again in a couple weeks. So
awesome. As a rookie coming up through the ranks, you skated a wonderful jamming tonight. Let us know, I mean, how did you prepare for tonight's bout coming into it being such an important game?
I think we've really been practicing on a lot of stuff during practices, and we're getting really tight with our walls and everything, and we've been working on making sure we're helping our jammers, because sometimes you forget when you're in the pack, you get so busy, and then jammers are stuck, so we've been really trying to focus on helping them out. I think it made a big difference tonight.
Yeah, it was very, very noticeable tonight that your walls were absolutely solid. You guys were working super well as a team, I mean, with the veterans and the rookies together. Yourself, I mean, in terms of getting through the tricky dolls packs, I mean, how was that for you as a jammer? How did you combat that?
Sometimes it gets really frustrating when you get hit over and over again, but knowing that you have your blockers up there who are going to be back to help you, push you, whip you, to get you through there, block for you, it's really encouraging to see them there because you know they're there.
You skated absolutely phenomenal tonight. We look forward to seeing you in the finals. Thanks so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you.
And right now we've got Cookie Dough trackside. Cookie Dough! Hi. We've got another rookie here on the Chicks Ahoy. How you doing tonight, Cookie Dough?
Great, exhausted, but good.
Exhausted. You played a wicked bout. We were just talking about how you solid your walls were and everything. Let us know how your journey was leading up to tonight's important bout.
How the journey was tonight?
Yeah, like leading up to it. Like
it was great. I mean, we knew it was going to be tight. The dolls are amazing. They play amazing. They're very strong. So it could have gone either way. We just, we tried to think positive and not give up. And it just happened to go in our favor tonight.
Thinking positive seems to have worked really well for you guys. Were you looking out for anyone in particular tonight in terms of the dolls?
They have so many strong players. I mean, Bomber's great. Chrome, I find, generally is always there too. There's just so many of them. They work well together, and they're just always there. They're always re-engaging. So no one in particular, they're all very strong.
What's next for the Chicks Ahoy going into the finals?
We're just going to keep practicing hard. Next game, it could be anyone's game as well. We know the dolls are strong, and they're going to be ready. They're just going to be wanting to kill us even more next time around. So.
I think so. Well, I look forward to seeing you guys going into the semis, and yeah, way to go. Good job.
Right.
Thanks, Cookie Dough. I think we're looking for, hopefully, somebody from the Death Track dolls. If we're just waiting for a second here. For all of you Canuck Derby fans out there, this is the first time we're doing this live, so I apologize if I screw this up. Hope you guys had a... What? Miss Kitty Lepeur. That's it for now. We're looking for a couple more people to interview. I think it looks like we might have Candy Crossbones coming our way. All right, and it looks like we have Candy Crossbones. We're doing it live tonight.
Hey, how's it going?
Candy Crossbones from the Chicks Ahoy. How you feeling?
I'm feeling great. How are you feeling?
I'm doing pretty rad.
Awesome.
So we're doing this live tonight.
Awesome. I love that. I love your tooth jewel.
I got a tooth jewel.
Pimp.
That's totally pimp. Speaking of pimp,
yeah.
How pimp was that?
It was awesome. It felt great. We played a ton of our new players. They played really well. I feel like our team is really like working together as a unit, and that makes me so happy.
It was very, very evident. The walls were totally solid. You guys were giving the Death Track dolls a total run for their money. What's next for the Chicks Ahoy leading into the semis?
Same thing. Working hard, not getting too tired, like pacing ourselves. This whole games every couple weeks is it's a busy time of year, and I know people can get burnt out, and so I'm really hoping that we all, rest up and eat well and, regular stuff.
Yes. As us fine athletes do.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it was a really, really awesome bout to watch. You skated super amazingly well.
Oh, stop.
What are your tricks going through that tough Death Track doll wall?
I've been really working on trying to get through a wall, actually, and so it's just practice, trying to weasel into tiny spaces and not being intimidated, which is a big problem, sort of you see 3 of them and it's scary. So I'm trying not to get caught up on that.
Yeah, I'm sure it's pretty easy. I mean, it's good practice because you've got such a solid wall in terms of your own team. So trying to get through that is pretty much, you can get through Fort Knox.
I do feel like I got good practice partners.
Absolutely, I agree as well. Thank you so much, Candy Crossbones, for joining us, and that was a really well played bet tonight.
Awesome, thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
All right. We have some Death Track Doll representation. Jubilee from the Death Track Dolls.
Hi.
We're doing this live tonight.
Oh, hi.
For Canuck Derby fans out there, we've got Jubilee. How was the bout for you tonight?
I'm not going to lie, it was a little bit frustrating.
I could see that. Just judging from your face, there was a couple of times, I mean, with the referees and everything. Tell us, what was going through your head?
I've played in Tord for a long, long time, and back in the day I used to jam, and I was kind of well known for losing my temper, and I really didn't mean to lose my temper, but there was a couple of questionable calls, and yeah, I just found that really frustrating. I even found in the first period there were some things that we were noticing on the bench that wasn't getting called, and I'm sure for us as well, so that's always a little bit frustrating when you see it. You know, we're playing these guys again in a couple of weeks for the semis, so I could fool and say that our strategy was to lose by a lot of points so that we'll kick their butt next time. But it was frustrating, but they played a good game. Yeah, we have some stuff to work on.
Absolutely. And then so the next 2 weeks, I mean, what are you guys planning on doing in terms of bringing your A game?
I would imagine we'll probably do some line mishmashing, and as you probably saw, we were missing our star jammer, Landshark. So we totally felt that today because she is, you know, probably, I think, our highest point scorer. So she'll be back.
She'll be back.
Which is awesome.
That's awesome. And I think you guys played absolutely solid. Even without having Landshark there, your jammers gave it totally their all. Santilli, tell us a little bit about Santilli tonight. She was crazy out there getting beat up.
Santilli is really new. And you know, for a newbie, she blows my mind. She's got like a natural talent. She also plays rugby, which is insane. Like, there's days where she plays rugby and derby, and that blows my mind. So I think it's obvious that she's got the skill. So with, you know, an off season of practice, I really honestly think she'll, like, I don't know, she's given it really good now. Maybe she'll get a little more stable on her feet and get her endurance going a little bit more, but for a newbie, she's kicking a lot of butt.
For a newbie, yeah, she was taking a lot of hits at a couple of times. I mean, I'm sure the fans noticed at home she went down, the paramedics came rushing out, but she took a lot of hard knocks, and yeah.
The chicks, like, are really hard hitters, and I play with a lot of them on CN Power, and it's like one thing to play with them, but playing against them, they've got their waterfalls, they've got their hits down pat, they know when to knock somebody out. Like, the chicks are a really big powerhouse. So,
and their walls were absolutely solid tonight. It's just, this season has been crazy for the Chicks Ahoy, and just solid pack walls. So I mean, it was just crazy trying to watch, you know, Santilli try and break through, and it was just like, wow. But that girl's got fire. Your whole team has totally got fire. I saw it in your eyes, and I'm sure we're gonna have a wicked bout to look forward to next time around.
Cool, totally.
Awesome, thanks, Jubilee.
No problem.
And I think that might be it for the night. Well, Tor TV, that's it for now. That's Miss Kitty LaPer signing off, and see you guys next time. Oh my God.
Goodbye. Well, you can say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Well done.